To understand the environment in Trinidad when the Trinidad Chamber was formed, it is best to refer to Father Anthony Devitale's book, The Years of Revolt, Trinidad 1881 to 1888. Trinidad was a crown colony at the time of the formation of the Trinidad Chamber of Commerce, which signified the necessity for leaders of business to chart their own destiny, to come together, to advocate for the interests of a newly formed society.
Communications were appalling. It took 12 days to get from Moruga in the extreme south to Port of Spain. Blanchisseuse was the remotest, loneliest and unhealthiest spot in Her Majesty's tropical dominions. Railways, however, provided a dramatic improvement in land travel. The Port of Spain Arima line was opened in 1876. The railway placed Trinidad among the most progressive of the British West Indian colonies. In the 1870s and 1880s, life in Trinidad was beginning to be changed. In 1871, the SS Davy brought the telegraph cable to Macquarie Bay and thus linked Trinidad for the first time with the rest of the world. Telephones were introduced in the 1880s.
It was in this year, 1879, that the British House of Commons rejected a request by the resident planters for a bicameral legislature and internal self-government. The British Crown wanted full control of the colony, a political scenario which reinforced the role of the Chamber. 390 businesses of all sizes from various business sectors, as well as 70 individuals came together, and on March 14, 1879, the Trinidad Chamber of Commerce was established. History records that from 1881 to 1970, the Chamber's offices were located at Fort San Andreas, along with their Telegraph and Harbour Master's Office. The Tobago Division was included in 1973. So what about the founders of the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber?
William Gordon Gordon came from Scotland to Trinidad at the age of 17 to work at the Colonial Bank, where he quickly learned the ins and outs of the merchant and planter communities. He left the bank and joined the import-export house Campbell Hannay. A short 4 years later, he bought out Hannay and formed a partnership with George Grant to establish Gordon Grant and Company. Gordon's wealth grew as he expanded to become a moneylender, and he acquired about 50 estates throughout the island, one of his prized properties being Knowlesley at Queen's Park, Savannah. Knowing the challenges of the planter and merchant communities led him to join with Leon Agostini to form the Trinidad Chamber of Industry and Commerce. Other board members included individuals such as Randolph Rust and the Honorable Adam Smith. He believed in standing up for the people and resigned as a member of the Legislative Council in a move to oppose the hike in water rates by government, which led to the water riots in 1903, also known locally as Mournful Monday, where the Parliament building, the Red House, was burnt.
William Gordon Gordon was said to have been a shrewd and hard businessman. He was president of the Chamber from 1888 to 1919, the longest-serving president. Today, the Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce is proud to continue its original purpose to be the voice of business, advocating on behalf of its members for a sustainable business environment that creates opportunities for all, in the interest of betterment of our society, the welfare of our people, and the preservation of our democracy.